In the craziness of our daily lives, as I'm sure you may be experiencing right now at home, it is important to take a minute to de-stress a little bit, and being at peace with ourselves can make us just a little bit happier. And thankfully today we're joined by a wonderful guest. We have a Tibetan Buddhist Lama Rinpoche along with his translator Paloma Lopez Landry to help us understand a little bit more about living with a peaceful mind. Welcome both of you here to CT Style, and T'haye Rinpoche.
Oh, thank you.
Did I say that correctly?
Yes.
All right. Well, Rinpoche, thank you so much for joining us here today on CT Style. Now, you've been in Connecticut now for a little while. What do you like best about Connecticut?
The
weather.
The weather? What? Yes. Oh my gosh, how is that possible?
Well, each of us has a different perception, right?
Oh.
So for me, I came from a really high place and it was very cold. And so when I come here in the winter and it's cold, it feels very good.
Very interesting, something that we don't always think about, and that's one thing that we can talk about here, perception and happiness. When we start our day, it's sort of how we look at the day. How can we go about our days living just a little bit happier?
Oh yeah, that any thing at to certain same cocola, some no payate, Garchambore, then is same Gimson Hipatang, then semla tenny, Deva condition in Charta Kandu, semla tenny, Dunga condition in Font of Kandu, or Teto, then Garchambore, Nimarella, te focus figure.
The main thing is that we understand our mind and the role that our mind plays in our experience. And so when we begin to understand how our mind works, then we start to see how happiness is actually a state of mind. It comes from our mind. And also suffering comes from our mind. And in understanding that, then we can create much greater happiness for us just focusing on our mind.
How can we understand some of those things that are in our minds and that suffering? How do we comprehend and understand those things a little bit better to be happier?
Oh yeah, Teni Tati Korteram Sanla, Nitani Fetichi, Teni Shakyore, Teni Shertan Natu Derduk Semla, Chester Rugly Yotsurtang, Teni Zonte Teni Dungarate Semla Karna, Yuna. Lutang semla yonghyona kandipshini ngatu semtu dewo zogo kunduk shertang ngatu shilok lubo tongya tang jikten ji kamdala shilokla rewa pyorya mangtang dore deep sherna ngatu semna ni tani dewa ji zarthap kande go kunduk oya tani tim diu kande re jibde kande yong kunduk norna semyang ngatu likalini cheko kunduk zeate karchemore healing shego kunduk semyang. Everybody need to work your mind.
I got that part.
I'm
here
answer.
shaking my head like, okay.
That's
okay.
the short answer.
And
the longer answer is, well, it takes a little more than just a few words, which is why Rinpoche said I'm speaking tonight at the Universalist Society in Madison and this weekend at Water's Edge Resort. And so that is that we begin to study our mind, and in understanding that our happiness comes from our mind, then we need to know how do we cultivate that within ourselves, and that suffering also comes from within ourselves. How do we relieve or get rid of those mental states that create more suffering for ourselves? And the main problem is that we tend to look outside of ourselves. We focus on our physical body and we focus on the outer universe around us, but we don't realize the role that our mind plays and how important it is to focus on that as well. And so that's kind of our main source for peace and happiness.
Very important things to think about on a daily basis. Again, events tonight and all this weekend at Water's Edge, and tonight in Madison. So make sure you guys check out the website. Is there on your screen right now. T'haye Rinpoche.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You speak very well. He said thank you.
I was practicing all night last night. So thank you both for joining us here today on CT Style. Marisol, I hope you've been practicing as well over there.